Students, this is your number 10 practice. Remember, this will be in some shape or form on your quiz tomorrow. Okay? So we are visualizing the limiting reagent here, or reactant, and we are using the, guys, you're recording.
Yeah.
We are using the equation 2H2 plus O2 is 2H2O. So I will highlight this for problems 1 through 7. So what it says here is you're assuming that each molecule shown in the first two containers represents 1 mole of substances. Write the correct number of moles of substances below in the containers. Then assume that the contents of the first two containers are combined in the third container. In the third container, draw the correct number of moles of water produced. So if I use, this is my hydrogen, I choose to use red for my hydrogen. Okay. Here are my red molecules. So each molecule is 1 mole. We're assuming that. So how many moles do I have? I heard it. Can you say it again? 6 moles of hydrogen. And then I'm choosing to use green for my oxygen. How many moles of oxygen do I have? 1, 2, 3, right? Okay, and then combined is I have moles of water, right? So water is H2O. So how many H2Os will I have? Well, let's start. How many oxygens do I have? I have 6 individual atoms, right? So I can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and each atom of oxygen will get how many atoms of hydrogen? In H2O, right? 2 hydrogens, so 1, 2, kind of like reverse Mickey Mouse ears. Okay, and that is my 6 moles of water. So what we want you to see and visualize is this is how this looks like. Okay, the next one that we have is another example. How many moles of hydrogen do I have in here? Can you count it, please? 16. They're individual, so they're together. So each 2 make 1 mole. How many? 8. That's right, 8 moles of hydrogen. How many moles of oxygen do I have? 4. That's right, I have 4 moles of oxygen. And now, how many moles of water will I build? Well, let's see. 8, very good. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If I make these green, because I have 8 atoms of oxygen, and atoms of hydrogen. So far so good? Okay, so this is easy because I have that, they gave me exactly what I needed. They didn't give me too much or too less. But in the next example, we are going to look at what happens if the reactants do not combine perfectly. Now let me move this up. What happens if you have too much of one or not enough of the other one? So the directions are the same. I will draw the correct number of moles and any unreacted excess reactant, okay? So I do the same thing. You can highlight your hydrogens. Tell me, how many moles of hydrogen do I have here? 6, right? 6 moles of hydrogen, yes. How many moles of oxygen? That's right, 4. And then what happens? Can I make 8? If I wanted to have 8 waters, how many hydrogens would I need?
12.
Yeah, 12. I don't have that many, so. Not 12, I would need more, I would need 16, right? So what I have, hey, I have these, the red ones, the hydrogen limits it, and I will have 1, 2, 3, 6 oxygens. Because 6 oxygens.
Good Wednesday morning, teachers, students. Please pardon the interruption.